Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Nowadays, you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns. Bitch made a deal with the Commonwealth. It didn't even really care about her fucking health. How you snitched on a fucking plug, man? And all I did was show love, you was a dub, man. A Swisher calls, a Swisher jewelry, man, I had you lit. While you was on back page trying to get a trick. Before I came down this bitch, you was fucking crying. Talking about you lost your job and about to lose your car. Then had the nerves to get mad up in that hotel. Cause I fell asleep in that other bitch pussy, oh well. 6'9", Billy Otto, y'all gonna get them shells. I sold my soul to the devil, I'm gonna burn in hell. Nowadays you gotta watch out who you be around. Your best friend will set you up, man, these niggas clowns.
Fresh up out the body, it's a situation. Mask on, cause them cameras can't see niggas' faces. Closed mouths, cause them feds pick up niggas' cases. Put in work, extra points for participation. Niggas hating, diamonds change, they look real amazing. Bitches waiting, condom off, she can really taste it. You niggas basics, we got codes, something like the Masons. Baby said I got the glow, don't look like I'm aging. 3, 4, ay, ay. Call it a name, that's my mafia twin for Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out loading rounds. Smoke his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the cloud. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay? Now,
I come from the bottom, I say with a drink. Gotta switch the lemon color, he just wanna bang.
FirstFamRadio.com. 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 FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
That's why I don't fuck with y'all. You can come try to strike. You gon' get a stutter ball. Losing all my fucking life. I can't take another loss. Grinding all winter. And I don't take the summer off. Putting that's to make a half brick. Do a somersault. He's special. He just fuck around and run.
What's up? This is your boy L back at it like a crackhead. Y'all know what to do. We getting straight to it. This is Kellz Unalived, Coffee and Buds, latest urban drama, open topics, news, hip hop. We getting straight to it. This shit just came out, man, and I don't know. I felt like, let's go on and do a reaction to it. It says, rich skater joined Rolling 100 Crips and became the Inglewood family blood killer. Yeah. Rich kid by the name of Kellz. Grew up on the west side, LA. And I guess eventually joining the Rolling Crips. And he was down with the Stink Team and all. And he had unalived beloved member of the Inglewood family by the name of Redbull. Y'all may have heard of Redbull. Munchie B has spoke on, that's his dear friend, and the beef between the Inglewood families and the Stink Team is pretty much been going on for a long time. So we're gonna get into this reaction. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and go check out War Stories. Let's get to it.
November 24th, 1994, in Los Angeles, California. He grew up in the unincorporated community of Westmont in Los Angeles County. Back in the 80s, the section of Westmont was known to have well-off middle-class Black families, and much of the area is composed of well-maintained single-story homes, raised by two loving parents. His father was a successful music producer and is still collecting checks from 90s hits, tied in with Master P and Romeo. The home Kellz grew up in was the biggest house between Normandy and Western. His living quarters comprised of a 7,000 square foot, 6-bedroom, 3-bathroom, multi-story residence. He was in between this house and his grandma's house, who also lived in the hundreds. By most accounts, Kellz had a wholesome childhood, and most considered him to be a good kid. Coming up, he enjoyed skateboarding and took pride in showcasing his skills.
didn't see too many guys skateboarding. You may see a guy with a school, little piece of shit, scooters and shit, but I didn't see too many guys skating until I came to the suburbs. Kids skateboarding. He had both his parents, so you would think that he would have a good path.
Shout out the best support me transitions. Salon Supremacy, A2L.
In addition to skateboarding, Kellz rode fixies, danced, and played football. At Washington High, he was known as the funny cool kid. He would transfer to Narbonne before eventually being kicked out. Kellz was chill, but peers have said he'd be down for whatever to seek approval from others and fit in. After high school, Kellz was outside, popping out at the parties, doing normal teenager stuff. He was still skating and having weekly dice games at his house. But between ages 18 and 20, there was a shift. Growing up in the hundreds, Kellz was cool with the Blocks, the local gang that controlled the neighborhood. They were his friends, and he'd be seen with them from time to time. It wasn't until after he caught his first case at age 20 for flocking that he became a...
See in the middle. I don't know how early off that picture was, but he throwing it up. So he definitely was rapping. It wasn't just he was hanging with him. And that's a lot of times that happens in inner cities, man. You grow up in the neighborhood, you got childhood friends who went to school with, whatnot, that got in trouble with, all types of shit. And some of those friends are members of well-known gangs. And, you have peer pressure that set in. And, some kids go down that path to becoming gang members. You can see that he had a good background, but just led down the wrong path.
Full-fledged gang member, Dimeball was born. The Block Crips are one of the most active sets in Los Angeles. To be from there, you have to be willing to crash out if needed. So it's without a doubt Kellz was putting up Rookie of the Year stats in order to prove himself. By the time his best friend Drakeo took off in 2014 with Mr. Gado, it's alleged Kellz already had 2 bodies at that point. Kellz would end up doing time for the burglary case.
And was released as... he went over there, he said alleged he had 2 bodies.
His best friend Drakeo took off in 2014 with Mr. Gado. It's alleged Kellz already had 2 bodies at that point. Kellz would end up...
So it's alleged.
Going around in the neighborhood that he already caught 2 bats. You know what I'm saying? These kids, they start off young. These killers start off real young. You know what I'm saying? Easily influenced with a set. On the block, you gotta put it in work. You gotta put it in that pack. And somebody gonna put a gun in your hand and tell you to crack it. Let it get cracking. Yeah, man. So I tell y'all kids, man, stay out of fucking gangs, stay out the streets, go to school, get an education. There's so much more that you can do. He was a skater at that time, beforehand, and he could have went far with the skating if he would have put more emphasis on that and instead of getting involved with the gangs.
Doing time for the burglary case, and was released in September of 2015. In just a few weeks of being home, he'd catch a new case for driving under the influence. Around this time, Drakeo created the Too Greedy Family Stink Team, which consisted of personal friends and family, and gang members from the 30s, 40s, and 100s, with Kellz being one of Drakeo's closest friends. He'd be a Stink Team member by default. Kellz' legal troubles continued. These new charges he accumulated over the next year included loitering with a criminal street gang, taking a vehicle without consent, and burglary. Meanwhile, in 2016, members of the Stank Team were getting into conflict with the B Team behind the scenes. Shootings and skirmishes were taking place, and tensions were intensifying. Things would come to a head on the fatal night of December 10th, 2016. At Drakeo's apartment on Aviation, close to LAX, the Stink Team were just chilling, consisting of Drakeo, Ketchy, Young Bull, Ralphie, Solo, Kellz, and Good Finesse. People were smoking, drinking, and coming in and out of the apartment. At some point, Drakeo shows Solo a party on Instagram, and they all make plans to go. Before they head out, Solo receives a call from AB, another Stink Team member from the 40 Crips. He tells him about the party, and that he's trying to go too. AB joined the group in a separate car as they were leaving. The Stink Team caravans in 5 cars to the party. Drakeo drove in the Benz with Solo riding shotgun, and Kellz sitting directly behind. The party's in the industrial section of Carson. The group pulled into the parking lot at the party, but did not go inside. They were just sitting in the car. talking and smoking. At some point, Too Shitty approaches the window and tells them the Inglewood families are here. Drakeo then suggested they should get out of there. Within seconds, a group of football players in Redbull from...
So Drakeo popping up, Drakeo suggested that they go to this event. This house party. It seemed like a house party. Right? House party. I know back then, like I said, man, we stopped going to house parties and shit because the motherfuckers always get shot up. I don't give a fuck where it's at. LA, Compton, Carson, even in the Valley. The house parties always get shot up. It's always somebody gonna die at the house party. But they saying that Drakeo suggests that they leave, but dudes gonna do what they do.
The Inglewood families are here. Drakeo then suggested they should get out of there. Within seconds, a group of football players in Redbull from families walked past the car. Kellz and Redbull's eyes briefly lock, and a hail of gunshots would immediately follow. Drakeo and Solo ducked. When Solo looked up again, there was a lot of commotion. People were running, and the gunfire was ongoing. Solo took a peek a second time and saw Kellz holding a .40 caliber Glock pistol. Kellz said, "I emptied the clip on that nigga." People were running, and the gunfire was ongoing. Solo took a peek a second time and saw Kellz holding a .40 caliber Glock pistol. Kellz said, "I emptied the clip on that nigga." AB was...
So Solo was ducking while all this gunfire was going on. Then all of a sudden, he looked up and he claimed that he saw Kellz ducking. So I don't know shit. I kept my head down. I didn't want to get hit.
Solo ducked. When Solo looked up again, there was a lot of commotion. People were running, and the gunfire was ongoing. Solo took a peek a second time.
There was just constant gunfire. And then what? He claimed that he saw Kellz with the clip.
And saw Kellz holding a .40 caliber Glock pistol. Kellz said, "I emptied the clip on that nigga." AB was standing outside of his vehicle and still shooting a .38 caliber revolver. All the cars peeled out after the shooting stopped. There's silence the whole way back to Drakeo's place. Back at the apartment, no one knows whether anyone was actually hit. AB drops by for a hot second, but never actually enters the apartment. Solo eventually goes to sleep, waking up at 3 a.m. to the news.
One man is shot and killed, 2 others wounded in a shooting in Carson.
Yeah, this happened just before midnight during a party in the 100 block of West Victoria Street. Eyewitness News reporter Jade Hernandez live at the scene with the very latest for us. Jade.
Well, when we pulled up, Victoria Main was blocked off. It still is right now. The shooting, we understand, happened where these balloons are tied right now. I spoke to 2 women, actually, when we pulled up, and they told me that they were just too scared to talk on camera. But they say that they were at the party when gunfire erupted last night before midnight. They tell me they don't know who was shot and killed or who the other 2 men are who were taken to the hospital. They say this was a birthday party for a woman, and at least 200 people were there. To ensure safety, birthday organizers even hired security, and every person who entered was checked for weapons. But these women told me about 30 young men showed up after the party started and were turned away because they didn't have IDs and some had guns.
Too Shitty stopped by around 3 a.m.
So these dudes came up there, licked up 30 men. She said about 30 men popped up, turned away because they didn't have IDs, but they had blicks. Niggas was searched before they was able to enter. Where they said this incident happened out in the parking lot. Yeah, this is crazy, man, because a lot of times, this party and these type of events popping off it starts off as social media.
And told everyone that Redbull had been killed. One Sting team member responded with, "Oh well." Redbull had been shot 5 times and was pronounced dead on arrival at the Harbor UCLA Medical Center. No partygoers talked to the police, and no one could identify the shooters. The main evidence amounts to shell casings from a .40 Glock pistol and a .38 revolver that the detectives find at the scene of the crime. There's surveillance video of cars in the parking lot and 2 groups of men walking past each other, but faces are impossible to identify, and the actual murder is not captured on video. Sometime after the shooting, Kellz was seen in a video on social media. He was drinking and said that he was sipping on some Dead Bull, which was a play on Red Bull's hood name.
Right.
About a week later, a detective hears Drakeo's name while listening in on a wiretap in an unrelated gang case.
Unrelated gang case. They was surveilling these guys for another alleged homicide, or another alleged crime that was committed by that gang. And Draco's name pop up. He just talk too much on his phone, bro.
Running Red Bull's family with the information, the detective alleges that they too heard street rumors about Drakeo somehow being associated with the murder. This triggers a full focus on the Sting team. The Chunky Monkey video provided the leading detective with information that matched 4 factors discovered at the crime scene. One clip features Drakeo pulling up in a black Mercedes-Benz, similar to the one spotted before the shooting. Another scene shows Kellz pointing a 40 Glock pistol at the camera. The next clip is Ralphie pulling back his jacket to reveal a loaded .38 revolver. Towards the end, you see Solo. He was the only one actually identified at the crime scene. A tall, light-skinned, dreadhead black male was the description. The detective runs one of the serial numbers of the Glock through an automated firearm system and claims that the model matches the ballistics of the evidence.
Down in Carson, things. Yo, they had got that all off the video. The video. They got most of the. They got a lot of the evidence off of that video. Nigga used the video with a gun that he committed the unalived in the video. What kind of shit is that? Allegedly, having a vehicle that y'all used in the crime, or at least present when the crime went down, in the video. What the fuck are you niggas on? And then you go on social media and you just throw out, you know, underhand disses, sneak disses, and niggas read between the lines. Y'all gotta stop thinking that these detectives, feds, or whatever, alphabet boys, think they don't do their homework. Come on, gang. This is crazy. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We gonna be too long on this.
Began to unravel from this point. On January 2nd of 2017, a SWAT team raids Drakeo's apartment, and he's arrested along with other Stink Team members. With the Stink Team members behind bars, the tricks, lies, and backstabbing games begin. Wire snitches were planted in each of their cells. In the course of the operation, Too Shitty inadvertently tells an informant that one of the shooters is a young 40 Crip named AB, which stands for Arlington Blue. After AB was arrested, the detective placed him in a cell with a confidential informant, a fake OG from the East Coast Crips. Their conversation was recorded after a series of cat and mouse and manipulation games.
He couldn't just keep his motherfucking mouth shut. He just kept talking. He had to let him know, yeah, I'm that nigga, I know about this, that, I'm part of that, I got that. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up, bro.
AB eventually confides everything to the snitch. He admits that he was shooting with the .38, while Kellz allegedly fired with the 40 Glock. AB revealed that he'd been actively beefing with Red Bull, and once he saw him walk past, it was blast on sight. AB thought someone was snitching on him because out of the many people arrested, the police accused him of shooting with Kellz, who was in fact the other shooter. He said, "We really wasn't supposed to be going on a mission. It's just when we got there, we was there for a nigga from Athens." Investigators would interpret this as a reference to RJ, a rapper from Athens, who Drakeo was dissing at the time. AB agreed with the informant's statement that Red Bull was at the wrong place at the wrong time and fell in their glove. AB said the weapon he used would not leave behind shells. AB told the informant no one got caught with.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. That nigga started spilling the beans about the whole damn setup. Who did what, who was president and all that shit. It ain't no loyalty in this shit. Y'all niggas do something. The homie know you did it. You get back, you start talking about it. You got all the evidence on you, around you, present, and you talking. Niggas get caught and you still talking instead of shutting the fuck up. Let me hear from my lawyer. I plead the fifth. You in the jail lockup. And I don't know how many times I've heard these cases where they had a underground, undercover snitch up in that motherfucker. Lying, fake gaming, and getting all the motherfucking liquor out your ass because you can't stop talking. Y'all niggas is goofy. That's why I do all my shit by myself. I used to do this, but I do my dirt by myself.
The gun afterward, and that Drakeo had a very distinctive car that witnesses probably recognized at the scene, so the police raided his house. He added that they found several guns, but not the ones used in the shootings. AB told the informant, "I popped him and then he was limping out of the paddy, and I went to the car with the blower, but you can't see none of this on video because I had moved my car." The informant asked whether AB shot the victim in the head, and AB replied, "I shot the nigga the last 2 times. He might have got shot in the head though, I don't know." AB said, On Hood, me and Kellz the last two niggas the police got. They got everybody else, and they got us two last. That's why I know they got something. He and the confidential informant speculated as to who the snitch might be. 2 weeks or so after the January 2017 raid on Drakeo's apartment, Solo wound up in the county jail. The detective had served a search warrant on all of the Stink Team's social media.
The nigga named Solo. So that tells you right there, he didn't think about himself. That's all he cared about. Himself. Solo self.
Media pages. He found something on Kell's Facebook. It was a several seconds long video of Solo pointing a .38 revolver at his head and firing into the ceiling. The detective obtained a search warrant, went to the apartment, and had the ceiling taken down. He found a bullet still embedded there, and it matched the make of the .38 shot at the crime scene, enough to result in Solo's arrest for both illegal possession of a handgun by a felon and negligent firearm discharge. In the interrogation room, the officers told him that the gun charges would lead to his third strike, which meant life in prison. At the time, Solo didn't realize that he wasn't even eligible for a third strike. He only had one felony conviction for a residential burglary. They told him that they had witnesses placing him at the scene and footage of him holding the murder weapon. And if he didn't
they lied to him. He didn't know none of his conditions. And it's like, hey, it's gonna be your third strike. And we got witnesses there. The cops can get away with lying to your ass. They don't gotta tell you the truth. They just gotta solve the case. They gotta get the case done. That's it. Turn that cold case to the case being done. And if they gotta lie to your ass to get you talking, you see that. This nigga, I ain't gonna play the rest of it. Y'all go check it out. Y'all know what happened. A couple years later, after this, Drakeo was unalived at a concert. They said it was allegedly the members that was against him, that was going against him, the people he was hanging. Y'all go figure it out. Dude Solo became a rat. He took a stand, one of the niggas out, and they gave him like $15,000, I think. They said $15,000 to get about out of California, relocate. And the other guy got, I think, got life in prison plus 50 balls or something. They gave him some time, man. But he ain't never getting it. Yo, this is your boy Hill. I appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Let me know what y'all do, man. Kids out there, y'all gotta stay out in these streets. Go get your ass an education. And don't go out like these motherfuckers. Yeah. Go.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
Now we in the class.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser, rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
I'm a spinner. We are not equal, non-lethal. John Cena the poor, I could not see. Long live to leave it. Hood boy was quick to squeeze the trigger. If your son ever hungry, doggy, I kill for that nigga. I die for the street that I post on with my killers. That is not my baby. Lately, I've been focused on Skrilla. I can't tell you what. Just know the code word is DJing. That's a highlight play, buddy. We gon' replay it. Well-known gorillas from my city, they know we famous. You ain't talking no money. Get in line and keep waiting. Keep hating. I promise it's coming, little Larry. Be patient. I had to cut this bitch off. She got feelings attached. I burn this motherfucker down to the ground till the building collapse. Don't listen to your music. That shit weak and I'm blowing this cap. 5.56 loud ARP ain't no holding me back. You speaking on my dead, it's okay. You for sure getting smacked. Don't need a microphone, but you know it's for solely a rap. Big eye busters, the enemies is for soaking wet.
FirstFamRadio.com.